Oh, hi. It's me. I know it's been a while since we talked, but, my life has been just kind of busy. You'll be happy to know that my flight training course is finally over after 16 long months, but looks like I'm starting another course right away, so I'll still be kind of busy until February or so. And if you're paying attention to the footage in the background, I guess you already know what I'm going to talk about today. Unless you've been living under a rock, Star Citizen has been the most highly anticipated, highly funded, and highly controversial game in the recent decade. Yes, I said decade, as it was announced on Kickstarter in October 2012, which I think it drew in about $2 million in crowdfunding. And today I'm pretty sure it sits well above $500 million in funding. Insane. With Citizencon just wrapping up over the past weekend, there's been a lot of information that was made public. So I will be talking about them in the future videos if you guys are into this. Let me know in the comments below if you guys are digging this. And if you're new here, don't forget to like and subscribe. One of the major changes that will be coming to the game is a major combat speed revamp. After 10 years or so, maybe they finally got this right. Combat in this game has always been a major detractor for me, as it devolves into a jousting match between two or more ships, as combat speeds were far too great. So CIG introduced master modes. The developers really wanted to separate different modes of flying between different phases of flight. I also like to note that going from the standard speed of gameplay that I'm used to this jousting style of combat just wasn't for me, and I'm glad that they're looking to fix it. First up is Standard Control Mode, or SCM. SCM was told to be capped at around 300 meters per second, and obviously that's going to be changing around, and can be exceeded with boosts, but it cannot be maintained for a long period of time, just to keep the combat speeds to, reasonable levels. As the name implies, this is the mode that you're going to be doing most of your routine tasks like mining, exploration, or combat, and this will be the only mode where your shields, weapons, and countermeasures will be online. This should fix the whole jousting situation that we're having now in the game where ships are moving at north of 1 kilometers per second. It's just not fun. CHE has said that they wanted to bring back the feel of a World War II dogfighting game, so I think this is the right direction to go towards. This will also give the developers an opportunity to emphasize ship rolls, as faster and smaller ships could still be faster and harder to hit, but carry less punch, while heavier ships would be significantly slower, but is offset by the massive firepower that they bring. I think this will also give a boost in quality of life for larger ships, such as the Hammerhead, where it became extremely difficult to track ships moving at ridiculous speeds. Slowing the ships down to where they need to be, around 200-300 meters per second, I think will make turret gameplay much more exciting, as ships become much more easier to track by human players. The second mode is what they called Quantum Mode, which will enable ships to travel north of 12 to 1400 meters per second, or based on whatever your ship's maximum speed is. However, there is a charge up time, and you're literally a sitting duck. Your shield will drop to 0, your weapons become offline, countermeasures are disabled, and you'll basically just be flying forward until your quantum boosters are online. I don't know about you guys, but I'd probably stay in quantum mode for the most part, even though I have no shields. If someone does show up as a threat, I can just peace out. I am assuming that they will be tweaking the interdiction gameplay so that it prevents people from just being able to run away in quantum all the time. Or if you're a veteran EVE player, you just bring friends with lots of firepower that will just one-shot a ship before you can even get away. You also have access to Quantum Boost, which gives you the ability to jump to a point of interest within 50,000 kilometers or so, and it's available anytime in Quantum mode. However, there is going to be a limit on how much you can use it, so use sparingly. So I think this is pretty useful for someone who wants to get away quickly, and then immediately align for quantum travel away from the threat. And yes, quantum travel will still be the primary way of traveling long distances. That about sums it up for the speed revamp. What are your thoughts on this? I know there's been a few iterations already of the combat speed adjustment throughout the years, but I think this is heading in the right direction. Unfortunately, I don't see this rolling out on the PTU anytime soon though, as they will have to make adjustment to all ships currently in game and in development. And finally, I want to know your thoughts on this video. I know I've been covering EVE Online for a while now, but I think it's finally time that I start talking about something else for a change. We've only scratched the surface of what's been revealed at Citizencon. There's some really interesting game mechanics that was introduced that I'd love to discuss. Like, the ability to suffocate a prisoner in a jail cell. Because I'm pretty sure the United Earth Empire has done away with the Geneva Convention long ago. The Crusader Spirit series ships were also on display, and if you got $100 laying around that you're not using, you can throw them at Chris Roberts. I'm sure you'll appreciate it. Oh, hi, Commander Shepard. I'd like to eventually get some gameplay footage for you guys down the road, but my laptop is kind of on its last legs, and yeah, it's not doing so well. I just don't have the hardware right now to play this game until I get home in February sometime, so sorry guys. That's it for now, friends. I'll see you next time.